Sounds like Seal.
It is Seal.
The Survivor?
Yeah. That's our theme song now. Can't copyright that.
What did they do?
When we'll find another one. We don't have the money to fight the lawsuit.
We have the money. We just don't want to do anything about it.
Alright, TK. We're back and we're live. And the General's eating popcorn. We haven't done a show in about, what, 6 months? Something like that?
We did one recently.
Months ago. Last year?
No. We did one here.
Oh, no, we did one at your pack.
At the cave. Oh, yeah.
The cave. That was in January, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With Brosen.
No, wait a minute.
Yeah, that was a while back.
That was in January.
Yeah. That's when we saw Justice League Dark. But got that show, put that show in the can. But it took us a few months to get back in the groove. So we're back, and General has a special review that he wants to give to the TKites out there.
Yeah. I can't concentrate with the music though. Was it really January though?
Yeah, a while back.
No, just pause the song, I guess. Well, whatever. Yeah. So all I want to say, well, first of all, welcome. This is the General. There's Big Les. Fuck old man Logan.
I tell everybody that this is a very negative review. Probably the only negative review online.
And I'm not saying that just because everybody's giving praises to it and I want to be that guy. No, I'm really disappointed in Logan. Only because of the fact you have a movie that starts off and ends with no what, why, and I'll enter it. I will rephrase the what again. It's just here's Logan dying and a kooky old Professor X scene.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all you get. You get what some of the hardcore fans out there are like, well, they explain what happened. Some random doctor who just so happens to be the son of
one of the scientists.
Not the scientist. They said the guy who put the adamantium.
Yeah, one of the scientists who put him.
No, the general, whatever his name was.
Stryker?
Stryker. They said it was his son.
No, it's not his son. No, it's one of the
scientists that worked with him.
That worked with him. Yeah.
Anywho, it's 7 seconds of him like, I never meant to kill y'all. I just wanted to help y'all.
Yeah.
Boom. That's all you get, and that's like 30 minutes toward the end.
Yeah.
That movie blew. That movie sucked ass. Why did they just create X-24 out of thin air?
The clone?
The clone?
Because he was working on another, like, children, right? Because he wanted to create an ultimate weapon. And finally he perfected a clone of Wolverine. But it took years. And then he was like, oh, okay, I don't need these kids anymore. So he was trying to get rid of them. Because he'd perfected it.
That plot line sucks. Why couldn't they just stick with him wiping out the mutants and then Wolverine and Professor X surviving? I would have seen that and loved that movie.
You wanted to see him wipe out the X-Men?
I wanted to see the extinction or them dying and just them two surviving. That would have been great.
At the end of the movie.
Or just them two dying at the end of the movie, eventually. That would have been awesome.
What was the plot?
Him wiping out the mutants. The whole plot that wasn't in this
But he didn't
movie.
wipe them out. It was a systematic, slow wiping out. Like...
Yes, and you still could have made that into a movie instead of just like, oh, here's how it is now.
They explain when...
Sorry, I've given you 6 fucking movies of them fighting for a chance for mutant rights just for you to see Logan and know that it all went to shit. Fuck you, director, producer, anybody, man. I hate Logan.
James Mangold.
I hate Logan. The only cool part throughout that whole movie is my favorite scene is when they almost kill Professor X with the gun, and he just fucking devastates that fucking casino.
Yeah.
Everybody's like dying, and he's like that was fucking awesome. That was cool. I really loved that scene, the way it played through, and Wolverine struggling to get there, you know, and he's killing those guys in slow motion, like, because they're all still like. That's kind of what you always thought about, like, what can Professor X really do, and what would happen?
Whatever his powers, like, what could he really do?
And you just see Wolverine just poking him in the head. That was cool. I love that scene. Other than that, I want to burn it.
You don't like the fight between X-24?
No.
And Logan?
No.
At the farm?
No.
You didn't like the little girl?
No, because it's not like this. They just captured this girl. The X-23 is a test tube baby. She was born naturally.
Yeah.
No. Fuck that movie, man. That movie was such a disappointment.
You don't like it that it's like the performances by Patrick Stewart and
No, look.
And Jackman?
It's nothing toward the actors. I told you that over the messages. Look, they did what they had to. I salute Hugh Jackman.
You just hate the story.
I just hate the story. I salute Hugh Jackman for his great run as Wolverine. I always hate him as Wolverine because he's too fucking big or too tall.
Yeah.
But he did what he had to. He made you a believer that he is the Wolverine, you know?
Yeah.
But I've never liked any of his standalone movies, nor did I like the X-Men 1 through 3. Now, I like the new ones. The younger X-Men. Who's the guy that directs? The same guy, right?
Singer? Yeah.
Yeah, I like the newer ones where they're, you know, back in the 70s and stuff like that. Some plot holes in there, but very enjoyable to watch.
So you like First Class, Days of Future Past, and Apocalypse. Those are great.
They're not the best, but they're awesome. This one, it's a letdown.
Well, I mean,
and I hate it because all these fans are like, oh, just because it doesn't have a plot doesn't mean it's not good. Motherfucker, where were y'all at when fucking Batman vs. Superman came out? Fucking pieces of shit.
Well, it had a plot. I mean, I wouldn't say it didn't have a plot. It has.
Yeah, okay, we're just running to Canada.
It told a story, yeah.
No, it didn't tell a story. It showed you a fucking mess.
Yeah. Well, look, where they started off.
2 out of 10.
What else did you not like in the movie? Tell us more.
There was no plot in there, man.
Well, what do you mean? Like there was no plot? Here's Logan.
Why didn't Professor X have any flashbacks of the X-Men dying or him losing them one by one to this disease?
Because he has Alzheimer's.
Oh, that's convenient.
Well, he has Alzheimer's. That's why he did what he did.
Well, why not Wolverine have flashbacks?
Why? Why would maybe he did. Maybe that's what he was dreaming about.
Why not show that?
Can I do this for you?
No.
Can I do that?
Fuck Logan. Fuck that movie.
You're mad because they didn't explain what.
They didn't. Why? Why is everybody okay with them not explaining anything? So, and it's when Batman vs. Superman comes out, they didn't explain any of that, but everybody was mad.
Yeah.
So fuck Logan.
I was kind of let down by them not explaining what happened to the X-Men. You know, all of them. My gripes with the movie, because I liked it, even though it's a letdown. I mean, not a letdown in that I was expecting this much or that much. It's a letdown in that it's a downer. It's such a downer of a movie.
It's sad.
Yeah, it's sad. Like, you you don't go in there expecting to be happy or have a good time. Go in there expecting to be like, oh.
No, I give it that it is a sad ending.
What happened to these characters that you like?
Yeah.
What's happening to them, in the movie?
It's a letdown for me because since 1999, all these years, almost fucking 20 years now, you're having this ultimate fight for them, for mutant rights and all this stuff, and we're gonna keep the good fight going, and then this movie just like, none of that mattered because they're all dead.
Well, I mean, they did get away, the kids. They got away to Canada.
Those aren't even mutants, though.
They're mutants.
They're genetic modifications. They weren't born mutants.
Right. But, they were born mutants.
No, they weren't?
Yeah, of course.
What the fuck was that?
They were test tube babies, but they were born.
They weren't test tube babies. According to the movie,
I mean,
they were just captured children.
No. You didn't see that part. Okay, Logan, on the videotape that he gets from the girl, she tells him that they were kidnapping young Mexican girls.
Yeah.
And they were putting babies in them, fetuses.
That's not a test tube.
I know, but it's not.
A test tube is something born within a lab.
But it's also not.
This guy is defending this movie too much.
No, I'm just defending that point. They're not captured children. They were born mutants. They were the captured Mexican girls were made pregnant by the program, and they actually did give birth to children.
That's my point. They're not mutants.
They are mutants.
They're genetically modified to be mutants.
What's the
if they have to insert it, a genetically modified semen that they made, that's not being born a mutant.
It is?
That's just giving them a baby that they made a mutant. It's not like this mother was a mutant and just popped out a mutant. Well, they gave that to her.
That's so not it's still a mutant.
No, yes, technically it's a mutant, but they're not a fucking authentic mutant.
Oh yeah, okay, it's not a natural.
No.
There you go. That's where we're getting to. It's not a natural mutant.
Why is this just ass on TV?
You're not supposed to be saying what you're seeing. You're supposed to be talking to the audience.
I'm watching a video. It's just a bunch of highly athletic men
it's
showing
DX.
their butts.
It's DX. Remember DX?
This is wrestling?
That's all it was. Remember that? You know who that guy is. Come on.
I know, but I'd never seen them just show their butt to us.
Well, that's all it was. That's all it used to be, man. So, okay. Compare it to X-Men Origins Wolverine from 2009.
Well, yeah, this movie's way better than that shit. Yeah.
Compare it to The Wolverine from 2000.
That's not fair. That one just blew ass. You can't have an old man in a suit and call him the fucking Silver Samurai.
It was a mecha.
Mecha. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that movie was even horrible. And then they're like, oh, we're going to have another standalone Wolverine. And I was very skeptic. Like, I was very scared. And yeah, it let me down.
Okay.
Origins wasn't too bad, though.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, it was bad. I'm trying to compare it.
Well, look, Origins tried to do too much, right? It was all over the place, man. It was like different characters, and he's doing this and doing that.
I'm Gambit. Here's some cards.
That had a story somewhere in there.
Somewhere.
Right? Because a lot of shit happened, but, it didn't make sense.
Here's fucking a weird-ass Deadpool.
Then, what do you think of Deadpool?
The movie Deadpool?
Yeah.
Deadpool was funny.
Okay. That's it?
It wasn't the greatest. It's Deadpool. It's like you can expect that from him. It's just all these poser fans out there. Oh my god, I've always been a Deadpool fan. Fuck you. If you're a Deadpool fan, you could have expected that. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, not. And
Ryan Reynolds is not the perfect Deadpool. He's the perfect Flash.
Not after they did Deadpool in X-Men Origins. They couldn't. We almost never got that Deadpool. Deadpool. So. Yeah, you're right. I mean, Reynolds would have been a perfect Flash, in my opinion. But I
mean, he's doing all right as Deadpool. I don't consider Deadpool in that whole. It's its own universe, isn't it? Like it's not Disney or whatever. Is it Fox or what?
No, it's Marvel.
It's Marvel.
It's Marvel. It's Fox. Because remember, Fox.
No, I know Deadpool's Marvel, but like, what is his their movie? Who are their makers?
Fox.
Okay.
So yeah, remember Fox owns everything mutant.
X-Men,
everything related to X-Men or mutants or.
Way to go, Stanley.
So all right, trying to think here. So you hated Logan.
Mm.
What about the R rating? Did you like the gore and that they were able to go all the way with the violence?
I hate that Deadpool beat them to that.
That's what gave Fox the balls to do an R-rated.
No, I know, but it's like, why did they have to wait for that?
Because Remember those
They're
studios?
like, oh well, let's do Deadpool. He's not that. He's a great standalone character.
Remember, studio executives, the ones at Fox, they have no balls.
Yeah.
They're just a bunch of fucking pieces of shit. So
They're all about kids in movie.
yeah, well, they're like, their whole thing is, how can we make a movie that's going to appeal to everybody, so that way we can guarantee the biggest opening weekend.
They're like, let's hire somebody that doesn't know anything about comics.
If they can make every movie PG, which means everybody could go, right? They would, because it would be PG.
No, I mean,
and if they could guarantee that it would make $100 million every weekend, that's what they would do.
That's just my thoughts on it. It's like, I'm just disappointed that somebody beat. This is fucking Wolverine, a living, breathing, killing machine.
Yeah, but
somebody beat him to that.
But they're never going to take that chance. They were never going to take that chance, even with one of their top characters.
Yeah.
You know, they still want Timmy and little Tommy to go with their mama. You know, on opening day. You know.
No, I liked it because even though it was rated R, there really wasn't that much gore. They kept it classy, the fight scenes, and they put the gore in the right places, like that casino scene. Like I said, that's my favorite scene throughout that whole movie. That's the only reason I gave it a 2 instead of a -5. He just went fucking ham, man.
So it got 7 points.
Yeah.
Just because of that.
Just because of that. Like, Professor X to hold that many people in that area. And you got to remember, it's not just a casino. That shit went out through the streets.
Well, they said that on the Westchester incident affected 250,000 people.
Yeah.
But we'll never see it. Now
you see that weird bubble go out.
Yeah.
And people just start freaking out.
Yeah.
That was badass. Wolverine's that's the R I like, where they're frozen and they're looking at him, right? They can't do nothing. He's just like.
Yeah, you know, I did see something, because I was like going over the things that I didn't like of it. Okay. I liked the way it was shot. I liked the way it was acted. I liked the darkness of it. I like the action scenes, and very well made movie. He's just saying that he hates the story. It's very well made.
Yeah.
Like the action,
the plot, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, he hates the story, the concept behind the story. But the movie is very well made. The action scenes, everything shot really well.
It's entertaining, yes.
Yeah. I didn't like that. Of course, I didn't like also that it was set so close to the ending of Days of Future Past. I don't buy it that 6 years passed and we're already over here.
Yeah.
I don't buy it that this one incident happened 3 years after Days of Future Past, killing everybody, and we don't get a proper explanation or something, right?
Not even like you know how on movies like that, when something happened in the past, they're like, well, let's just say The Dark Knight Returns, where they're like, it's been 15 years since we last spotted the Batman.
Yeah.
Not even that on their news. Remembering the mutants who died or something like that. None of that.
Well, it's kind of like, let's say, okay, how about this? Let's say they're doing the Justice League movie, right? It's coming out in a couple of months. The Justice League is a sequel to Batman vs. Superman and Man of Steel. Okay? Let's say that when we're watching that movie, you're expecting to find out what happened to Superman, right? Because he died in the last one. And they just say that, he came back to life, and then he died, or he went off to fight something else, and he's never coming back.
Yeah, he's not there.
But it's an offhand remark. We don't get to see him come back and die and then go off. We don't, and that's it. And at the end of the movie, the Justice League, at the end of the movie, they tell you this is the last Justice League movie. So we'll never know ever what happened to Superman, where he went, what happened. Okay, that's how it felt watching the Logan, because you're invested in the X-Men character, so you want to know what happened to them.
I just think that's dumb. This is Wolverine. He could beat anything. He beat Apocalypse's disease to kill mutants.
Now,
But this scientist beats a fucking god as far as making the perfect disease?
No, he didn't make a disease. What he did was it was a very like complicated fucking thing that he did, but it's like scary because it's probably true.
So he has more knowledge in Apocalypse.
No, he didn't have more knowledge in Apocalypse.
He got lucky?
He works with the government. And they explain it kind of in that scene where he goes to the farm. And he's talking to Eric LaSalle. And Eric LaSalle is telling him, like, we have a cornfield. We own all this corn. And the government's trying to come in and buy it. And take it from us. All this land. Because they want the corn. And Wolverine's like, well, what's with the corn and all this stuff? And then at the end, the doctor mentions, he says that basically it's a government program that's been going on for the last 30 years. And it's a government program going on for the last 30 years. And basically what they've been doing is adding chemicals to the food, to the food, the water
that they eat.
Everybody, the whole world, right? The whole country eats and drinks. They've been adding chemicals that stunt that mutant gene. Because everybody has a mutant gene.
Yeah, you're explaining this.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that in the movie.
They did. They did, but it's so much
what
going on.
What you're saying now would have been more information in there.
But there's so much going on in the movie.
And the movie has 7... There's nothing going on in the movie. You know how fucking slow this movie is. There is literally like 12 minutes air of downtime of them just staring at each other or Wolverine going... Staring outside.
Staring outside, looking for the mailman?
Looking in the mirror.
He's waiting for the mailman so he can go.
Yeah.
So he bark at him?
There's plenty of fucking ample time in there.
He's waiting for Jean to come back. He's there.
Still, plenty of ample time in there for them to
They should have had a scene like that, where Wolverine's like that, like every day. They show it like a montage.
They should have had the classic Wolverine meme, where he's like that with the picture.
Yeah.
That would have made it worth it.
That would have been great.
No, but plenty of ample time. Nothing gets said.
So it... I heard the explanation, and even I was like, oh, okay, that's
too
pretty
convenient.
That's a dark and depressing explanation.
Kind of truthful though.
It is. It's a dark.
Very truthful.
It's a very depressing explanation for how come there's no more mutants. Because it's like, oh fuck, you know, that is pretty realistic.
He basically said they all got cancer.
No, they didn't all
from GMOs.
No, they didn't get cancer.
I'm just saying, like, it's what's happening to us.
No, it's what happened.
Explained in the movie.
It's like
lizard people live.
It's like there's no more redheads, right?
Oh.
Right, there's no more redheads because they're slowly dying off, right? Right, they're slowly being
attacked.
They're not being born anymore, right? And it's because of certain chemicals that are in food and water over the years that are suppressing that gene. They're not being born anymore, so that's why they're rare.
So if that's the case, this scientist would have started these trials back when they were making Weapon X.
Yes, he did. Remember, they did Weapon X in 1979. That's when Wolverine got his claws. So, in the movie, it's 2029. So that's enough time to systematically, slowly, like, kill off people from getting pregnant with mutants.
So, in theory, our movie of Logan is way better than the actual movie.
Okay, now for the things I didn't like. Too many plot holes. Okay? Now, for that to even make sense, that means that Days of Future Past, the ending to that movie, doesn't make sense. Because when Wolverine comes out of the
everybody's healthy, everybody's there.
No, not just that. When he wakes up...
That's obvious, though.
No, not just that. Because they would have been. Right? And
so you're saying in 3 years they all die?
6 years. Because that's in 2023. The Logan takes place in 2029. Professor X had his outburst in 2026. So they had time, I guess, right?
Even that shit's confusing.
But here's this. In the movie Logan, they mention that Logan even says there hasn't been a mutant birth in 25 years. All right, think about that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So that's way before X-Men.
Way fucking before. That means that there wouldn't have been a mutant birth since 2004.
Yeah. Like what the fuck?
Okay. At the end of Days of Future Past.
So they should have let Apocalypse do his thing. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, right. At the end of Days of Future Past, when Wolverine wakes up back in the future, right?
Yeah.
And he's walking around.
Michael J. Fox.
There's children.
Yeah.
There's young children running around the school. Makes no sense with what they did in Logan. It does not jive at all. So I was watching the movie in the theater and I said, no, that does not make sense.
You stopped jerking and you're like, no.
I stopped fingering it and I was like, no, I am not going to finish you off.
This is upsetting.
This is appalling. So yeah, so that's the kind of things that come up in my head when I'm watching a movie. The little details like that. I'm like, no, wait a second. So here on, I'll say this. It's possible that we didn't need an explanation because Logan probably doesn't take place in the regular timeline.
Come on, though. That's bullshit.
I know it's bullshit, but that's the only explanation.
You're getting away with, it's an alternate universe.
I know. It has to. But it has to be because
every fucking time Marvel comes across a problem like that, they just it's an alternate universe. It's not the Logan from X-Men.
But you know what? I lay that on Fox because another another problem that I have with it is that I lay the issues with the timeline and the continuity on Fox because how about this? Check this out. I was listening to an interview with Bryan Singer. Okay, Bryan said they asked him about Logan, and Bryan Singer, who's he's supposed to be the guy they put in charge of the X-Men, right? He's in charge. He's made the most successful of the movies, all of them, right? They asked him, how is the Caliban in Logan? Remember Caliban, his buddy?
The one from the future.
He's albino. Okay, is Caliban the same Caliban from Apocalypse? Because in Apocalypse goes to Germany and he finds Caliban in the sewers, right?
Yeah.
And he's giving information about mutants
because he can find any mutant.
And he goes, "Is he the same guy? Is that how are we to say that?" And Bryan Singer goes, I have no idea what you're talking about because they did not tell me that they were going to put Caliban in that movie because Fox did that movie on their own. Bryan Singer and the regular...
Had nothing to do with that?
He had nothing to do with it.
He had nothing to do with Apocalypse?
No, Bryan Singer had nothing to do with Logan.
Oh, so who did Logan then?
Fox did, but they don't need to go through Bryan Singer to do it.
No, like director, producer, like who did they name for that?
James Mangold directed Logan. He directed The Wolverine also.
That guy's just not getting any points for me, man.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They didn't consult Singer about Logan.
Well, I guess if you own them, you don't really have to.
You don't. So, that is why the movie is so fucking, inconsistent with what we've already seen. Because remember at the closing credits of Apocalypse, Mr. Sinister is the guy that gets the blood.
Yeah.
Okay?
And that was cool.
Right?
That was cool as shit.
So we're thinking, even Collider was thinking, well, Mr. Sinister is going to be in Logan, right?
Or
He's
something,
the guy,
or
he had the blood.
If he gets the blood, we'll get, what's his name?
But guess what?
The X-Men, right?
But
That's his greatest creation?
Right,
X-Men?
but guess what? The executives at Fox, they didn't even fucking know about that scene.
Wow, so they didn't bother looking at it?
No.
Well, even if they did, by the time they did that, the Apocalypse, they probably already had this lined up.
They had Logan lined up after Apocalypse. They were going to greenlight it when Apocalypse made enough money. So that's on Fox. The executives at Fox.
All right. We need to stop because we're going on 30 minutes on this, and we're sounding like Collider now.
No, they love Fox.
Either way, to me, that Laz is okay with it. He says it's a good movie. I have nothing against the actors or the acting or the way it is. It's just
Hates the story.
the story sucked so hard for me it ruined the movie. So I give
As
it
the
a-
man that loves, there's a lot of love in his heart for X-Men. That's why he feels so angry. All right, that's why. This man's filled with love. Look at him.
So I give it a 2 out of 10. Laz, what would you give it?
Out of 10, I give it a 7.
7. All right. We'll be back because there's actually a lot of movies coming up. Some that we've seen, some that we haven't. So stay tuned, bitches.